I've been in the industry. Well, see, my story's a little different. Okay. 25 years because I'm an appraiser.
Okay.
And then 10 years as a realtor. Okay. And then now a broker.
Okay.
So as far as real estate goes, that's a broad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of knowledge of the industry that comes in with having been an appraiser for that long, right?
Yes. Yes. And I still have an active full-time appraisal business that I run with my husband.
Okay.
So I'm still the front man of that, as well as the realtor, broker, all that. So it's fun.
It's a lot of hats.
I love it. Okay. I wouldn't have it any other way.
We'll get more into that. But when you talk about value proposition,
yes.
Right. So when you go in to do a CMA, it's not just a shoot from the hip. You're getting an appraisal. Right?
Exactly. Wow. Honestly, I think that has been the key to my success is because I can take them down the road of value and what will happen if we can't get value, different strategies that we can do to, assist us in value, kind of play the comps against and help. Yeah. Watch the comps closely. There's a lot you can do kind of behind the scenes. And also knowing what the appraiser is going to require is really, it's fun. Yeah. It's fun to me.
Well, I love it because we're in such an interesting place in the market right now.
Yes.
I in some respects, it feels like the top of the roller coaster when you get that low weightlessness. So I would be remiss if I didn't kind of ask you with your background, what are you seeing? What do you think's happening in the market right now? What do you think we're in for maybe in the next 3 months?
Yeah. So I think that it's super interesting to me because I definitely lived through the crash and we were in the business prior to that as appraisers and we've never done anything else this whole time. So we've been able to succeed through the slow time as well, which is really important. And I think a lot of people are saying we're going to have the same thing happen. And I disagree. Right. That was clearly off lending and a lot of other factors that played in. And I don't think that's the case currently. Yeah. Yeah. So if I listen to the news, to be honest with you, I'm just as confused as everybody else. One says interest rates are going up. The next week they go down. This article last week was interest rates are going to go down. So do we all really know? But I think interest rates play a big role in it. Yeah, I think they do. And, the perspective, like you've been in the industry for 25 years, so you've got perspective, right? Yeah. The perspective on the consumer is that, oh my gosh, rates are so high all of a sudden, right? But we know that historically 8% is the average. Oh, right? Yeah. Right? My first loan, my first personal loan was a VA loan. So it was super low. It was 7%, but the average was 9%. Right. And so that was what I came into. So to me, we've been spoiled. We've been completely spoiled in this. But we were also at a different price point, in all honesty. We were buying homes for a couple $100,000. Yeah. So that was so for me, I think to answer your question, I think it's going to come down to, I think there's going to be pocket areas that get hit harder than others. And I think it's going to come down to, and this might be a little more unusual, but like certain areas have a really high tax rate. And the newer homes have a higher tax rate. But Riverside's per se, the majority of it don't have the high tax rate. And a lot of people are moving from LA, Orange County because of COVID. They can work from home. So I don't think we're going to see the drop like everybody thinks. But I think certain underlying outside areas that are newer with a high tax rate are going to be hit harder.